Welcome to our podcast.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
We are your hosts, Maggie,
Rosa,
Monica,
And Kaya.
and this is our Father's Day special.
Today we will talk about all the special men in our lives who are fathers. We dedicate this episode to you.
Oh, girls just wanna have
First of all, happy Father's Day to all the daddies and stepdaddies out there.
Who would you like to dedicate this episode to, and how have they impacted your life?
So who wants to go first? Kaya? Monica?
Rosa.
I would like to dedicate this episode to my dad because it's Father's Day and he's done so much for me. To my husband because he's a great dad to my daughter, and to my daughter's husband who is no longer with us. To my daughter's father. Sorry guys. And to my daughter's father. Monica, who would you like to dedicate this episode to?
I would like to dedicate this episode to my dad. He's an amazing dad. He's always been there for us, for all his kids, his grandkids. He's even a better grandfather. He loves all his children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, yes. He's just an amazing man overall. He's a very hard worker, and he's always been there for me as a single mom. It's hard sometimes. He helps me pick up my son from school, or he'll take him to go get something to eat. I can always rely on him to help me with my son. He is the man figure for my son at this time. My son loves him.
Any other guys in your life that you want to dedicate this episode to that are great fathers?
My nephews, my brothers, they're all really good dads. They have stepped up very well to take care of their kids. They're amazing. I love them so much. They're great dads to their kids.
Megan?
Just to add on to our same father. He is an amazing person, father, man. He did so much for us when we were growing up. As a little girl, I never remembered something that I wanted that I didn't have, and he's always been there for me and my kids. He actually took care of my baby for a few weeks when I had to go back to work. He's always worked and provided for our family, and we love him, and I think we are who we are because of him, because of our parents.
Well, I would like to dedicate this episode to my father as well, my grandfather, and my brothers. I have a lot of siblings, well, 3, and I no longer have my father or my grandfather, but my grandfather, he raised me as well as my grandma, but my father, he's no longer here with me, but he was not with me my entire life, but the last few years of his life he was, and he tried to teach me everything he knew because he was like a mechanic, and he tried to teach me what he knew, like change the oil in your car, change the tire, because you need to know this,
To be independent.
Yeah, to be independent. At first he's like, no, you're a girl, you can't do this. You need a man to know this and change that. But then the last few years he's like, no, I'm gonna need you to know this, so you need to learn how to do it. And I was under the cars learning how to do that, and now I know how to do that because of him, and I appreciate this, and that's why I dedicate this episode to him. All right. How was your dad growing up?
My dad was very lenient with us. And I guess because we were girls, we were get away with a lot more than my brother. And I remember like he was the same way. Like he would teach us things, and he would let us help him cut the grass, and we were always outside whenever he was home because he worked a lot. And I remember he would always bring us something. Like every time he would get home, we would be waiting for him at the door, and he would like we would pick at his pockets because we already knew he had something for us. But he was very lenient with us when we were growing up.
Well, my dad wasn't lenient. Es corajudo. Es corajudo y es regañón. Pero es bien juguetón. Like people that get to meet him, oh my god, like he makes you laugh even if you don't want to laugh. Like he's that type of person. Like he'll mira, iba un cucaracho, iba, you know, like to scare you. Es bien juguetón, and I love that about him, and I feel like that I got that from him. Que soy bien juguetona, and I like to have fun and not take everything so serious. As the years have gone by, I've learned to love and appreciate everything that he's done for us and the way that he raised us, because nowadays, you know, I look back at how I was raised, and I admire that, because I feel like if a lot of the teenagers nowadays had that type of discipline that I had, the world would be different.
Well, my dad, again, he wasn't very strict on us, but he would always be like, we would ask him for permission, hardly ever, because we would always ask my mom for permission. But my mom was like, no, go tell your dad. And we would tell my dad would always say yes, obviously. Or he'd be like, no, go tell your mom. So then we go to my mom and we're like, Dad said yes. He's like, okay, you can go. But I don't ever remember a time where he yelled at me or he did anything to punish me. He was a very kind-hearted man, hard worker. He's still a hard worker. He's one of those men that cannot stay still. He has to be doing something, which is good.
And he's also the type of person that will pull over for someone, like, if, you know, you have a flat tire, or, you know, like somebody needs help, like he'll pull over and he'll stop and he'll help, you know, without asking for anything in return. He's just, you know, good heart person.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things I admire from that generation also. They're always willing to help anybody in need. I know my dad is the same way when it comes to that. And you, Kaya, how was your dad growing up?
Like I said, he wasn't really with me on my like teenage years and my childhood. I don't really remember until the last few years of my life. And he's gonna be 8 years since he passed away in August. So it's gonna be, what was it, 8 years now in 2016?
Yeah,
I remember.
Wait, that's 8 years? No, wait, that's 9 years.
9 years.
9 years. Wow, it's 9 years in August.
It goes by fast.
Yeah, it goes by fast.
One has 11 years since he passed
wow.
away.
We're very blessed to have our dad, our brothers, our nephews. Everybody is healthy, and we're still complete.
Yes.
Are you your dad's favorite child?
Am I my dad's favorite child?
I would like to hear this because there's twins here. So
I think right now, yes, because I took him on a trip. But I don't think my dad has favorites, to be honest. My mom's another thing, yes. But
so your mom's the strict one and your mom has the favorite.
Yeah. Well, no, I think my little brother would be his favorite, because we went to Houston and he bought my little brother a shirt. And then we went to Cancun, and then he's like, oh, what am I going to take, you know, my little brother, a shirt or a cap or whatever. I think he spoils him more still, because he's the baby. We're 11 years of a difference, so definitely I think.
But that's from the boys, right?
Yes.
How many siblings are you guys in total?
Four. Two girls, two boys.
So from the boys is your little brother, and from the girls?
I never felt the difference. Well, I don't know. I never felt the difference, but maybe her.
No, I don't think my dad has ever done or like treated us differently. You know, he's always been there for all of us, and you know, he's treated us the same. We never felt less than, you know, my other sibling or anything, because he always treated us the same. And yeah, I think, you know, he spent he was able to spend more time with my little brother. Like they would go fishing and things like that. So I think they have a little bit more of a bond because of that, because my dad loves to go fishing. And they go, you know, he went to go train to shoot a gun and he was so excited and, you know, things like that. And I think that's why he's a little bit more closer to my little brother, because he was able to spend a little bit more time with him, because when we were little, he just had to work so much that he didn't really have time.
Yeah, he got a different job once my little brother was born, so he had a little bit more free time with him. But I think it's so cute because all the boys in our family, my brothers, my dad, my nephews, the older ones, they all go fishing. They'll plan like a fishing trip, and it's like all boys. Yes, I think that's so cute.
Amazing.
Yes, they have a lot of bonding, and they'll call my dad, or my dad will call them. And I think it's a really nice thing that they have.
That's good. Yeah, anytime that somebody can spend time together as a family, it's really nice.
I love that. Yes.
Well, again, I'm not the favorite. You can ask all my family and they'll like tell you the truth. My sister's always been the favorite. I don't know if it's because she's the last one or the youngest one, but she was always my dad's favorite for sure. I feel like sometimes I'm my mom's favorite, and then sometimes my sister's my mom's favorite, but I don't know. But for sure, my dad's, it's always been my sister. And I don't know, like growing up, you know, I felt that, but I don't know, I guess at the same time it was me, because I always pushed away a little bit growing up. I always, since I'm the oldest daughter, I felt like I got this, you know. I can handle this. I can do it by myself. And I feel like my sister was more of like, she needs them. She needs mom and dad to help her. She needs that. So I feel like that had to do a lot with it. But I feel like our bond is so much closer.
I'm not the favorite.
You were your dad's favorite, Kaya.
You were. No, I wasn't.
No?
No, I wasn't.
I remember
Just because I lived there doesn't mean I'm the favorite. Everybody knew it was my sister.
No.
La güera.
No way.
La güera.
But I remember your dad was always the one when we would go over, right?
Yeah.
He would always say, he was like, you know, and he would hug you, and he would always be like,
Hugging you.
yes.
Yeah.
He would always be
Of course.
happy.
Yeah.
And
No, it was always my sister. But he was like that with it, like with everyone. But yeah, even though like he would show like cariño with everyone, but no, but it was always my sister. At the end, it was always like I would see it, you know.
Yeah.
And you could tell like the parents, like, you know, a quien enseña más cariño, because I'm the smart one. You could see like that one little cariño more.
Yeah.
You could tell, you know. I didn't really care because I'm not jealous, you know. And I'm like, all right, you know, it's okay. I love to share as long as my family's all together.
Yeah.
That's what I love, you know. Like the wherever we're at, like for all of us, as long as we're together, I love that. As well as with my family, as long as we're together, I love it, you know. They're fighting, man, I have to be like, hey guys, stop it. Like who cares if you're fighting? Let's just stay together. Like, yeah, like stop. And like, who needs to be the glue, me or what? Yeah, like stop.
You like to keep the peace.
Yes, peace. Like I always said, I'm like, I'm the lover, not the fighter. But they say if you love someone, you gotta fight for it. Yeah. So at the end, I'm always the fighter, but I fight for love. Though.
I feel like
I fight for love.
I'm the fighter in my family. I'm the one that starts the drama.
That's it. No. I only fight for love, though. I only fight for love. But the love for my family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, yo soy I think everybody can agree also that I'm the one that has the temper. But at the same time, it's good because nobody likes to fight with me. Nobody likes to fight me. So when I start fighting by myself. Casi, parezco loca. But yeah.
Tengo ganas de pelear.
Yo tengo ganas de pelear, no hay que pelear conmigo. Se me queda ahí peleando sola. No, yes.
I think our family's pretty neutral. We don't really fight.
No.
They just, like my older brother, he always teases us, like, siempre nos hace burla de todo. So, like, if you're gonna be around our family, you have to be able to take, you know,
Yeah, my
being
brother.
criticized.
Isn't that like in every like
Very
Hispanic in my household with a brother and
with an older brother.
with an older
I don't
brother in the
remember your
house.
big brother. I remember your little brother because he would always look at me and be like, Rosa Moños or something like that. I was like, what? I'm like, go away. Go with your sisters.
Yeah, he was a little wild.
Yeah.
No, my older brother, that when we were small, he would tickle me, but he would grab me like this and he was teaching me how to whistle, but he was tickling me at the same time and he was like, whistle, whistle, and I'm like, but I was laughing at the same time because he's tickling me, so now I can't whistle because how am I gonna whistle?
And you were trying to laugh
At the same time and whistle, but he would do that to everyone, and like, this is my older brother, like, brothers do that.
Yeah.
I have 3 brothers.
Older brother.
I didn't have
3
a
older
brother.
brothers. They're all 3 older brothers.
I have a sister, and we would always fight because growing up, we didn't have anything, in common. Because I was 7 years older than her, so we would always fight, and I would be like, "Get out of the room!" And we shared a room. So she would always be grabbing my stuff and touching my stuff, and then it came to the age where she got older, and we started wearing the same clothes. So cada rato me robaba mi blusa y mi vestido, and I was like, ah. So now that I have my own space, I love it because I get to enjoy it, and I'm like, oh my god, like I would never want that for my daughter, for her to share a room and share clothes and everything. And even now, my daughter uses my stuff. So it's like I'm back in the same thing, but I don't mind with my daughter, I guess.
We shared a room too when we were living at my parents, pero and we would also wear each other's clothes, and sometimes we had like similar colors, and we would always dress up the same color, so somebody always had to change in the morning because we always had the same color.
It was not me.
And
And you guys didn't like to match, right? I think I
didn't like to
that's
match.
why in high school, no.
I remember at first they would get so mad because they didn't want to match. And I remember one time I went over and we were going to go to a baile. And we were all lending each other clothes. And then one of them picked a dress and the other one was going to wear the same color. Y que se empiezan a pelear enfrente de mí. And I was like, you guys can wear the same color, right? It's not the same
no,
dress.
I'm not going to wear the same color.
I know. I would never change. But yet, right now, she dresses her kids the same.
Yes, both of them always dress the same.
Yeah. So going to an emotional topic here. Is there something that you've never told your dad that you would like to tell him today?
I'm going to say in Spanish because he'll understand English fine. Nada más que gracias por todo lo que hiciste por nosotros y estamos muy agradecidas de la vida que nos has dado y agradecida de que tú eres mi papá y ojalá que en cualquier otra vida me toques tú.
Oh, friend, that was really nice.
I'm gonna try not to cry.
I know. There is something that I would like to tell my dad. Papi, pues tú sabes inglés y español, so pues I love you, and I know that I don't really tell you, but I love you and thank you, and I think I've never told you. Nunca te he dicho gracias por desvelarte conmigo cuando más te necesitaba. Eso siempre lo llevo en mi corazón. Fue un momento muy difícil y ustedes lo saben, que no hubiera yo podido hacerlo sola. Y tú estuviste ahí por mí, estuviste ahí por la niña. Y la niña te quiere y te adora. Y llegaste a ser como un papá para ella también. Y de todo corazón te lo agradezco. Y nunca te lo he dicho, pero ojalá que mires este video y escuches lo que estoy diciendo. Y la verdad, te quiero mucho y te agradezco todo el trabajo, todo el sacrificio que has hecho por nosotros durante todos los años. Y también creo que a pesar de todo, no escogería algún otro papá, porque aunque haya sido estricto conmigo, creciendo, soy como soy ahorita por ti.
Compose yourself.
Yeah. Something that I've never told my dad is. Okay, so vamos a decir en Spanish. Muchas gracias, Pa, por todo lo que has hecho por mí, por Angelo, por siempre estar ahí cuando yo te he necesitado. Gracias por todo lo que hiciste por nosotros creciendo. Siempre nos tuviste todo lo que tú pudiste, todo lo que nosotros queríamos y necesitábamos. Te quiero mucho. Yo sé que nunca te lo he dicho o tal vez no te lo he dicho lo suficiente, pero te quiero mucho y ojalá y tengas muchos años más con nosotros. Y
Feliz Día del Padre.
y gracias por todo lo que sigues haciendo por mí y por Angelo. Te quiero mucho.
Carita, I know this is going to be hard for you. But is there something you would like to tell your dad that maybe you didn't get a chance to, or that you would like him to know today?
Or even your brothers or...
Something I never got to tell my dad. Como los haces falta. You know, like, it's really tough. I didn't want to cry, but it's really tough not having a dad, you know? I do miss him a lot. You know, like, speaking to him, I see his picture every day and I'm like, Dad, like, what now? Me decía, mi hija, no te busques a alguien como yo. But yeah, I'm just saying.
Is there anything else you guys would like to tell your dad on a happy note?
Happy Father's
On a
Day.
happy note.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy
Feliz Día del
Father's
Padre.
Day.
Happy Father's Day to everyone.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads.
Oh yeah, to all the dads,
out
not
there.
to everyone.
I know I had said I was gonna dedicate this episode to my dad and my husband and Kaylin's dad. So, on a side note, I would like to thank my husband for being a great dad to my daughter. He stepped up, you know, when we were going through a hard time, and he's been a blessing, not just to me but to her as well. And well, to Kaylin's dad, I hope that she cherishes every memory that she has with you that was good. And I tell her all the time that I want her to remember you the way that she remembers you. That you were always happy and playing with her. So happy Father's Day to both of you. Were you crying?
Yes, this episode was really bad. Is there anything else you would like to tell your father? Yes, there was a lot of stuff I would like to say.
Go to
your room. You're not supposed to be here.
Before we end this episode, I would like to tell all the men who are great dads that you're loved and appreciated.
Thank you for being the providers and protectors and for working hard every day so that your families can be taken care of.
Our next episode will be released on Wednesday. Don't forget to follow our socials and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We hope you all enjoyed today's special episode.
Thank you for watching.
Mi sombrero.
Así.